So,
Oh, that's nice and pretty. I like that.
hello, Bangkok, Thailand. Good morning, good evening, Vietnam, USA, or wherever you're watching us from. I have my interview today with June. June has a YouTube page as well. Let me introduce you to her. June, tell the people where they can reach you at.
Well, my name is Juliette Lewis, and it's my pleasure and my honor to be on here with Z. Her and I have known each other for a little while, and we've been planning to do this, and finally we're able to do it. And my show is the Juliette Lewis Show. And listen, you guys can contact me anytime on the Juliette Lewis Show, and we'll have information on there as to how you can contact me. But it is such a pleasure to be on here with you today. Yes.
Awesome. So, June, I always ask everyone, why did you move to Thailand?
Well, my why. So in 2025, well, I always knew that I wanted to move to Thailand from 2018. However, in 2025, the end of 2025, I was at church, and the New Year's Eve song plays Something's About to Shift. And when that song, they kept playing it over and over, and that thing resonated in my spirit that I knew something was about to shift in my life. And we'd had a Daniel fast that January, and at the Daniel fast, I was praying and asking God, please tell me what you need me to do in 2026, because I knew my life was going to be different. I didn't know what quite yet, but I knew it was going to be different. Mm-hmm. And so for that particular reason, I prayed and I asked, and maybe like the 10th day or something like that into the Daniel fast, my daughter called me one day and she's like, Mom, come see this. And she called me, and it was it was DeMarcus interviewing, I think her name was Valerie.
Wow.
Right. And Valerie was on there, and she was in her 60s. And as soon as I sat down, it wasn't even like 2 minutes after I sat down, and I started watching, the Holy Spirit said, this is what you're going to do. You're going to move to Thailand.
Wow.
And I was like, okay. And I told my daughter at the time, and she said, Mom, we're going to see when you do something. I got up, and that night I went and purchased my ticket. I didn't ask the Thai government, and I didn't ask it. I just knew I was coming. And so I went and I purchased my ticket, and then from there I started working on what it was I needed to do in order to get here. But that is my why for being here. Now, geographically in Thailand, I had to locate because I knew that I didn't want to be in Bangkok. I knew the life there was a little too fast for me. Mm-hmm. And coming from South America, because that's where I'm from originally, it's a tropical country. Mm-hmm. And living in the United States, but moving to Florida, Florida's the tropics. I moved there for the tropics. And it was one of those situations where I said, you know what? I'm going to find a place. And then all of a sudden, Wahin came up. And I'm going to tell you, from the time I saw it, I started researching ChatGPT. Mm-hmm. I say it's my boyfriend Chat, because I asked Chat every single thing. And literally, Chat was giving me the numbers, and it said going here with you, because I wanted to go to Chiang Mai, but because of the burning season, I said that was not a good one for me. Yes. So eventually we came up with, and because of the beach, came up with Wahin. And when I tell you, I'm glad that I'm here. I'm glad that I'm here. Yes. So that's my why. Again, most of the time you have to clarify, nothing was wrong with the United States. I was living my life. Bliss there. I lived a good life. But I knew that for me, I needed to move. And I'll tell you one of the major reasons. I had diabetes, and I did say had diabetes, and type 2 diabetes. And I know I needed to save myself. And during that prayer, when I had asked God, I knew that I needed to get up and go. And so I got up and I left to reverse the type 2 diabetes. And here I am, so happy that I made that choice. And yes, I'm here enjoying life to the fullest. Yes, while God have me here, because there's going to come a time when I'm going to leave again. As we were talking before, that is not always the permanent place for you, but I had to be repotted into a different plant pot, into something that's going to help me bloom to the way that I need to bloom. And there'll come a time when I have to remove myself, and I'll be potted into something else again. Yes.
Yeah. So I also like to ask people, where were you when you decided that I'm going to leave the United States and I'm going to go to Thailand? What were you looking for when you got here? What that you were coming for?
Peace, tranquility, love, harmony, healing, the major one, and that I found all of that. As I was telling you last night, when we were at dinner, I had such a peace that came over me. And listen, I felt peace before here, but last night sitting and just watching the backdrop of the ocean, and as we were dining, a peace came over me that said, "You're all right, everything is okay." And the blessing of being able to have wisdom to heal myself. And when I say that, I have to think, because I know it's true, Heavenly Father. I'm not even going to play that game. I know what it is. But I'm going to say the fact that He gave me courage, wisdom, knowledge to be able to execute and accomplish the task, I was able to do that. And yes, I feel blessed being here. So yeah, I've achieved my goal. Yes.
Wow.
And now I'm just living it through, because the one thing about type 2 diabetes is that you can't just lower the blood sugar. It takes your body now healing. And so you have to heal the cells in your body. So lowering the sugar is one thing, but then now completing the healing, and it takes a while, months. You have to change your eating. You have to do all of that in order to be able to switch your body, reverse type 2. And I'm in the reversal stage of where I'm doing the things that I have to do to accomplish the goal. Yes. I'm writing a book on that. That's my journey. And I'm writing my book on that, and my book will be out, and I will have that to share with everyone. Yes.
Awesome.
Yes,
So
yes.
now, did you have any? What were your struggles, or what's been since you've been here? Any struggles? Any struggles in your move? What has any blowback from any of it?
So my struggles came right here. Getting from the United States to here was a piece of cake. The struggles came in that, and I'm going to say this to someone. You have to make a decision before you leave. What is best for you? Before I left the United States, I'd already said, I want to move here. I'm not spending more than $500 on my rent. I'd already established that already. Visualize it, saw it, say I'm doing it, the whole 9 yards. And so when I did that, I came with that intent that that's what I was going to do. So I did not get an apartment before I came. I said, okay, I'm going to come. I'm going to look for an apartment. So at first I got a hotel and stayed there for a few days, contacted an agent, tried to make arrangements to get into a house. It was taking a little longer, so I wind up going into a temporary place until I could get into the house. That did not work, but it was okay, because God had something bigger and better for me. And so I found a 2-bedroom, 2-bath that's just ideal, in the type just right by the beach like I wanted it. It has a gym, it has a pool, it has the things that I needed it to have. And so I'm comfortable with that. But that was my challenge. So when you're coming, you have to determine what is your goal. Do you want to come here and find a place, or do you want to find a place before you come? So that's a choice you have to make within yourself. You have to know your budget, know where you are, know what your goals are, because my goal in terms of being here in Thailand is that when I leave here, I should have more money than when I came in. So I have to have a savings, and that was my thing, is that I'm going to save while I'm here. So when I return back to the United States, I have money in my pocket. I'm coming in with more money, which is basically just me being able to save opportunities that I would not have had in the United States, because your money go further here. Now, let me tell you about Thailand. You get to live whatever life you want to live. You want to live the high expensive ritzy life? Oh, yes, you certainly can. You want to live the middle life? You can live that. You want to live lower? You can live whatever it is. We know that, right?
You want a farm, and
you want to live on a farm?
Go back to the 60s?
Listen, whatever Thailand affords you that opportunity, including clothing, food, every single thing here. There's an opportunity for you to live at whatever level.
Yes.
Now, yes, it is cheaper than the United States, but you can still live at whatever level that you want, right? So, and not just the United States, UK and most other countries, and
Right.
the
But
first world countries.
it's according to what it is you are desiring.
Yes.
Because if you have income of $6,000 a month, and you figure like, okay, I want to save $5,000 a month. You can come and live off $1,000 and save that other $5,000. You can do that. But
Yes,
if
you
you're
can.
not big on savings, your savings is already half of where you want it, and you only need to save maybe 2,000 or 3,000 of that 5,000. You can come and live in a very nice condo for $3,000, $2,000,
Or a villa, or
whatever.
a house.
Yes,
Yes.
wherever you want, however you want. But you are gonna need, because there's so many options. It's like looking at a menu. I'm telling you, a full menu of pages. And so many options, you will get overwhelmed. So you're going to need to. I suggest go to Isaiah Ashley, Young D. Mark, Tahir Lewis. A few other people that will come up in your feed. If it comes up in your feed, watch it, like it, subscribe, comment. The mindset over here is different. They are so willing to help each other. That's what I ran into over here. Everyone that I came across and I inboxed them in their comments, they respond.
Yes.
So the people will
Yes.
respond. They're
Yes.
trying to
Yes.
help you.
Yes.
So tell me about that, June. How was it for you embracing the mindset, the different mindset? You know how that crab mentality is in
Right,
the
right,
States,
right,
or
right.
you know?
And you know, that's the one thing I love, and I'm glad you said that, because that's the one thing I love about here in Thailand. And this is not to take away from any other place, right? But here in Thailand, I've seen it. The Thai people are wonderful, beautiful souls and spirits.
Yes,
Of course, you're going to have weird people in every single situation. So we say that, whether it's the United States, wherever it is, you're still going to have somebody that's a little off, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But generally, the Thai people are wonderful people. But the foreigners that I meet as well, you know, I was walking in the mall and I said hi to a guy, because that's part of the things that we do here. I said hi to him. And the next thing I know, I had pivoted my day and he had pivoted his day. I was going to get my toes done. We didn't do that. We wound up playing pickleball at the end of the day, going to lunch, going to dinner. But that's it, because people have left all of that burden. They've left all of that suspiciousness of, oh, I don't know you. And, you know, now I'm going to say this. You still need to be safe. You still need to use discernment in any single part of the world that you are.
Yes.
But you can still at least live your life where you're not being shrouded of, oh, who are you? And I don't know you. Why are you saying hi to me? Why? No, we say, and by the way, that's one of the things we want you to know. When you get here, say hello to people, especially if they look like you and they look like they can be your family member. You know what I'm talking about? Please say hello to them. It's part of what we do. It's part of the culture here.
Yes.
And it's not because of anything else other than we are the minute minority here. And so we encourage each other, even with just a hello.
Hi,
Yes,
and
hi.
pass.
Yeah, you can. Yes, even if that's all you say, how are you? But generally, if you stop, it's going to be, where are you from? What part of the States? What part of England? What part? It's going to be something, wherever it is, where are you from? But and the next thing you know, you're probably swapping numbers with somebody, even though you didn't know them yesterday, you didn't know them this morning.
Yeah.
People exchange, and so your community of people grow because of that, because
Yes.
that's what I found. Your community keep growing, and even when you're here, you might find people like, okay, you just need to connect them with somebody else and let them go, and even those things happen.
Yeah.
Because, but that's part of life, and it's part, and once you live in this particular world, be open-minded to that as well. I want to address that.
Yes.
Be open-minded that not everybody, because you connected with them, it means you stay connected. It could mean that you were just there to move them to somebody else,
Yes.
because you don't know what that person might be able to do for them, or they might be able to do for that other person. So
Yes.
that's definitely one of the things that I want to share. So don't get tied down and locked down into, I found this person, this is my person. No, it's we're in this world. And we move around, and we're all just passing through. So that's it. Yes,
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 that's a good word. That's a
Yep,
good word.
yep, yep.
So one of the words that keep coming to me is connections. One of the things that I found down here is that people were finding a reason to connect with people. They could find it's almost like the gold thread or the red thread that connects us to one another. And so we were both coming down here, and so that was what connected us outside of the States.
yes.
And there was something else that was in common at the time.
yes,
I hadn't
yes.
told anyone in my family that I was
Yes,
leaving.
yes.
I think June was
Yes.
like we were like
Yes.
depended on each other,
Yes.
sort of,
Yeah.
or just having someone to talk to it about
Yes,
it
yes.
that wasn't going to tear us down in
Yes,
it, or
yes.
to try to dissuade us from doing
Yes.
it. And so that may be helpful to you to find
Yes.
someone that's in the same boat as you, and
Yes.
you can work together. And sometimes you're going to find that it's no one close to you, it's a complete stranger.
Most of
But
the time, you're going to find it's
yes.
going to be a complete stranger.
And let it
Because
be.
God can't get the glory if it's your family
Yeah.
or somebody that you know. He can only get the glory when he proves to you that I'm the one that
Just
sent that
doing
person
this.
into
Yes.
your life. Yes.
And so
Yes.
that's why I say, follow your heart, go with the flow of things, and allow yourself to be led by the universe, spirit, source, God,
Yes,
Jesus
yes,
Christ.
Yes.
Whatever it is you subscribe to. You don't have to subscribe to what we subscribe to,
No.
but whatever you subscribe to, let it flow with
Yes,
you
yes.
in your heart space. Let your heart space be open to it. Feel it in your heart space, and then accept it, and then go ahead and move with it.
Yes.
Don't
Yes.
don't go against the grain with it. If
Yes.
it's saying something is really making you feel like I need to move along,
Yes.
I need to go to the
Yes.
next, then go to the next
Yes.
phase.
Yes. Next phase of your
It
life.
would be best
Next
for you.
chapter.
You don't want to get. You know what I used to tell my friends? I would tell them, like, when they would join a church or something, and they would think that they're going to be there forever, and I would get this word from the Lord, or and it would say, tell them that it's time for them to go. And I would tell, hey, I heard it's time for you to go. I know you love it there, but it's time for you to leave that place. Sometimes we outgrow the spaces, the dimensions that we're put in. And I believe even, well, I'm not going to go to the Bible. I'm just going to keep it here. But sometimes there's a glass ceiling that's put over our heads, and you need to break out of that. The glass ceiling says, basically, now I take the rooftop off of this, I'm able to branch out and do whatever it is I need to do. Now, I told her the word. She's like, no, he's my assignment. I'm supposed to stay. I'm supposed to stay. I'm supposed to stay. Girl, they got to the point where he kicked her out.
Oh.
Her best friend, it was the pastor, he kicked her out, and she wound up not even speaking to him anymore.
Yeah.
So it's better sometimes to save relationships and things when it's time for you to move out the nest and go and fly and be you. Sometimes you have to go, and if you don't, the universe has a way of shutting the door for you. If you don't want to shut it, it will shut the door for you, where it's like, I can't re-enter if I wanted to. She wouldn't be able to go back if she wanted to, because it was time for her to go. And it's like, there's so much more for you, but you have to be willing to want to go out and get it. If you don't want to go out and get
Keep
it,
your hands
then
closed, because then you got to open it, because then you can't receive.
Yes, yes.
Yes, yes. You got fired from the job for a reason. You kept saying you want a better job. You kept saying you want a different life. Yes, you get fired from job. It was because you needed to go. Yes, 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 yes.
And no, everyone's not going to agree with it, because some people want to be in your life forever. But unfortunately, forever is not what, the plans, the master's plan.
Yes.
It might be in our plans, but it's not in the master's plan.
Yes.
So we have to go along with what works for all of us, and what works for all of us and is for our highest and greatest good.
Yes.
Not who we see ourselves as today, but who we are to become.
Yes.
And that's what this is all about.
Yes.
Redefining ourselves, reinventing ourselves, recreating ourselves, living the life that we were called and created to live. And there's only one way to do it, but to do it.
That's exactly it. That's the
ain't
only
no way to do it, but to do it.
Yes. To get up and do it.
Yes, get up and do the doggone thing. That's why I always tell people, it's no more. A lot of people, we want to do a lot of writing, a lot of research, and a lot of planning. Sometimes it's just about having the faith to walk out on what I believe. And sometimes we're rewarded for our faith, even if we had it wrong. Sometimes he'll show us, you ain't had it wrong. You just might have moved a little faster, but I'm going to just hold you in this next place a little longer until I catch up with this. Because what we don't understand is life is about a whole lot of butterfly. It's like a butterfly effect. I mean, this thing is happening, this thing is happening, this thing is happening. And when you get here, those three things had to happen. Then you hear, then it makes. But when one thing is off track, it slows and delays everything. And so sometimes we are the thing that's supposed to trigger the effect. And somebody's waiting on you.
Yes.
over here in Thailand,
Yes.
in Mexico, in Guadeloupe, in Vietnam,
This is so true.
wherever you need to be, somebody is waiting for you to get there to bring them along after you. Sometimes we are pioneers, sometimes we are trailblazers, sometimes we have to go out and pave the way for other people to come behind us. And so if we don't go, who's gonna go?
Yeah.
If you don't do it, then who's
God
gonna
will
do
find
it?
somebody else to replace it and put
People
it, yes.
are waiting on
Yes.
you to arrive at your destination,
Yes.
because whatever it is that's in you for humanity is not going to come out of you until you get into that set place. So we need you to be there. It may not be here, but wherever there is for you, we need you to get there.
Yes.
And if we can help encourage you along the way, we'll do that.
Yes.
Do you have anything else for the people, June?
Well, I just want to reiterate what you said about the fact of somebody's waiting for you in the next phase of your life.
Yes.
Because as I was telling you, I met somebody and that person helped me to pivot from something else that I was doing into something else. And that was had I not met him, not any sort of a strange relationship, just
Wow.
friendship, but I was able to pivot from something else to doing something else that I needed to do and wanted to do. There's somebody that's waiting for your encouragement, for your word. Even when you are walking down the road, or you're even back wherever it is in the world that you are, I don't know where this is reaching you today. God might tell you to say to that woman, oh, your dress looks so pretty today, or your hair is so pretty today, you look so beautiful. Or even to a guy, your suit is so nice.
Okay.
Whatever it is, please do it. Do you know what? That person need to hear from you. They might have been thinking, they might have been so depressed all day, thinking they're no good, life is whatever, and just you saying, you look pretty today, your hair looks nice today, your clothing looks nice, whatever. Just that little word that you would have said to them would have changed their trajectory. Never know if they might have been going home to commit suicide. Whatever it is might have been happening because they were depressed. But just you. So whenever, even if you're in a place where you are and you get a word and it says to say something to somebody, please do take advantage. Or even if you're thinking of moving, there's somebody that's waiting there, as she said, for you. Because when you get there, somebody needs that extra boost to go to the next level. And so that's it. And that's all. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. Yes.
All right,
yes,
so that's it, guys. We're gonna finish this, and we're about 22:12 on the timer. We want you to like, subscribe, and comment and share the video, maybe to a friend or someone that you know is trying to weigh it up and they don't know what they're gonna do. They're tossing and turning, can't sleep at night, they're struggling with their finances, whatever it is. If because what I've also come to realize is that America was becoming too expensive for me. I couldn't afford. I couldn't
Yes.
afford to maintain and live the life that I wanted to
Yes.
live in the United States.
Yes.
I'm not here because I have a whole lot of money. I'm here because I heard a word and it worked for me. It may not work for you the way that it worked for me, but my process is my process. June's process is June's process. And your process is your process. And we just want to help you along the journey.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
All right. Take care. June's page is going to
Yes.
be listed.
Yes, the Junaid Lewis Show. You can link on there and you can get me from the Junaid Lewis Show. On social media, on IG, it's the Junaid Lewis Show as well. LinkedIn, it's Junaid Lewis. And Facebook is Junaid Lewis, Junaid Marshall Lewis. But you can get me through one of those pages because they connect to everything else. Yes.
There you are. And if
Yes.
not, just text me and
Yes.
I will give it to you personally.
Yes.
All right? Be
Yes.
blessed. Have a
Be
good day.
blessed.
And bye.
So bye.